Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today. Tesla, with the price reduction in Europe, shocked the European car makers. Many people are buying now the Model Y standard range. A lot of people are receiving VIN numbers, so everything is working perfectly here. We have an area, a new parking area with lots of Model Y in different colors. Quicksilver is delivered to customers. They have them available. You can get them. White seats are being produced. So Tesla is starting the year in full speed. And I believe, and I'm going to explain you based on numbers from an expert from Twitter, why the move of price reduction was not a weakness, instead a move of strength. So let's start first with hardware 4.0 ahead of the numbers, as we are seeing an update that could come very soon based on Chris Cheng here, 001 on Twitter. He is sharing these pictures of front-facing cameras. So we might see here an update from 3 cameras to 2 cameras, but those cameras will be much better than before. So that is an update that is not for the parking sensors, as I was hoping, as many people are waiting for an update here. No, it is for the FSD program. We have been talking about this for a long time. Now, this is not the only thing that is actually happening. We also have updates when it comes to numbers. And if we look into the strength of Tesla, Tesla might reach a record of 600,000 cars in Q4 if everything is working well per quarter. So let's look into the numbers from Stevenson here. Check out his Twitter. He is very well established when it comes to numbers. Just as a reminder, the dip that you see in 2022 was the lockdown in Shanghai. Now, let's look into Giga Berlin and Giga Austin. They will play a major part in 2023. The factories in both areas will be much more profitable than in 2022. This will increase the amount of cars being sold, and it will decrease the percentage of cost that Tesla actually has. They can work much more efficiently. We look into the numbers when it comes to per quarter. Despite all the challenges in 2022, we are seeing many growth stories each quarter, despite, of course, Q2 with the lockdown. But 405,000 cars, I think a growth rate of 50% would mean that in Q4 we would see 600,000 cars. So let me know your opinion about that. Then we also have updates. What are the models that Tesla is going to sell? We know that Austin is producing Model Y and Giga Berlin, but now with the major, rapid decrease of prices when it comes to the standard range Model Y, we can expect lots of Model Ys in general compared to the general sales. And the Model 3 will stay probably the same plus minus. It will increase a bit, but it's not going to increase by that margin as the Model Y. I expect that to change once Tesla is actually starting to sell those Model 3 in Europe from the production site in Giga Berlin. Now, not only that is going to happen in 2023, we're also going to see a difference when it comes to the share of money they make from each area. I do expect, and many others as well as Stevenson here, expect that the share of the Megapacks Powerwalls will increase as the growth rate of Tesla Energy is much bigger now than the car business. So they will grow definitely by 80 to 100% per year. On the other hand, the car business is aiming for 50%. So this is something where we're going to see a bigger share of revenue happening over there. Now, for those who think now the margins are going to crash, just as a reminder, in Q4, some people, and in this case Stevenson, are expecting 23.8%. If that would be the case, down from 30% in Q1 2022, Tesla would not even be back to the numbers they had beginning of 2021. And in 2021, they were still building gigafactories in Austin and Giga Berlin. They were still not producing cars. So I think that we will be very well surprised, and Tesla, despite the price cuts, can move up back to the margins they had before because they are scaling. And when we talk about scaling, we have the numbers for the new factories here, and we see that China was scaling much faster than Austin and Giga Berlin. Right now, I'm expecting Austin actually to take over. I think they will be faster in scaling as there are more focus. I don't know what the main reason will be, but it doesn't have to do anything with German authorities. It just has to do with scaling here. I do expect that Giga Berlin might be a bit slower than Austin. Now, 60,000 cars last year from those two factories. We can expect way higher numbers this year. If we look about scaling, we also see the comparison for Fremont and how long it took Fremont to actually very well increase production. And they still increased production last year. And that is the nice part about Tesla. Even though the factory might be already a bit forgotten if we talk about Shanghai, Berlin, Texas. No, Fremont is still increasing production, and they are doing a very good job in using the space they have, and that is the lack, that is the hurdle they have in California, in the area where the factory is. Now for the Cybertruck, some interior here. We have another picture, and we also have more details about production, because we have some confirmation that the final design is done. We have comments here from Franz von Holzhausen, who said that the production is finalizing or is nearing production. So they are all focused on doing the production for the Cybertruck. And I think that's going to be the exciting stuff happening in 2023. The Cybertruck will be one of the craziest products we have ever seen. And of course, they're going to start with the high-priced models. The pricing is not 100% clear, but this is also going to help making money. Now, as a European, I'm shocked to see that in Wyoming, there are actually some senators that are trying to stop the selling of electric vehicles by 2035. The reasoning behind that is it's hurting the oil industry, and they have done so much good stuff for the industry. I mean, you see, they are still trying. It's still going to be some work to do over the next few years. They're not going to give up, even though the trend is clear. And it's going to be interesting to see when the big oil companies realize that and move massively into renewable energies to not disappear at some point, even though I must fairly say that this is still going to be a very long way, as oil is not only used for vehicles and transportation, but for other industry products as well. So I hope you enjoyed my channel, you enjoy my video. If you're new to my channel or you didn't subscribe yet, do consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. I hope to see you back here tomorrow for another update about what's happening with Tesla. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.